Yeah, hello again. This is Raja. In this video, I will also guide you through Chapter 3 assignments, Excel assignment. This one we will be using mainly the built-in functions to solve the problem. So we start with, so we do have renovation Excel sheet. Before we start, always look at the problem, see what you have in terms of data on your Excel sheet, and you can see we have three worksheets. So you switch back and forth between the first two. So I'm going to start with the renovations worksheets in cell D6 to calculate the length of the renovation in months. So this is different than with the one dated. I'm going to use the function dated if between two dates. So B, the start and the end completion of the project, but I'm going to just use M to calculate the number of months. Okay, the length of the renovation. Let's just gonna copy it to the other cells. In G6, in the custom formula that's we calculate the entire increase in capacity. So this one is custom formula. I will be use that and just it's actually giving it to you, multiply that by there is a reference to the increase in capacity, and I'll be locking this before I copy. And add it to the original. So we multiply this, calculate the increase in capacity, and copy it over. Okay. And also we go back to the name range under formulas and open the name manager and edit, fix this name range to reference to B14 instead of B15, simply by just changing the number of cell number. And so I just changed that to increase in revenue. It's to cell B14. So in the following step, after renovations, each room will have more capacity. So we want to determine the projected revenue after the renovations has been completed. So we do that in a custom formula. So reference to quarterly revenue, sorry, H6 multiply by, I already have the increase in revenue, a reference to that, plus H6, and they will give me that the projected quarterly revenue after renovations. And the next I will be on cell B20. You need to calculate the monthly payment using the PMT. I have the figures of interest rate. Again, months and how long the term. And the loan, amount of the loan it's giving here. And I'll put the negative sign here to change the value to a positive. Oops. It's 4,298 per month. Okay. Step 7, I'm going to reference to this cell, to this table. So I selected the range, going to create a name range, room class, room classification. Let me make sure it's 823, so define the name, room classification. In this range, I will be using this in the next step as a reference to it. So projected room classification C, and it's right here, so I'm going to just reference to it using the name range. Using the VLOOKUP, so lookup based on the value here in I6, it's the revenue after, so what's the final revenue. So I'm going to check that in the table and return the type. Is it going to be bronze, silver, gold, platinum? Just that based on this. My range is going to be, I already created that room classification. So as you can see how this is highlighted, because I mean, I can type the range or name the range name, and return column number 2, the classification type. And I'm going to use the true for an approximate because I don't have all the values, more approximation. Hit enter to retrieve the return the type or the classification based on the value. It's making sure I didn't miss anything in here, and this will be also copied to classify the rest. The cells. Okay, so in G11, making sure that I'm on the right. So then switch to the room analysis worksheet. Okay, right here. I'll be using the advanced functions, combine, SUMIF, COUNTIF, to complete this summary. Room sales analysis, different ballrooms, and based on the type of the ballroom, I will calculate the total charges. So in this case, I will use the combined, the SUMIF. So the range I have, it's all the ballrooms. Okay. Before I continue, just move on to the next argument. I will lock this because I'm going to copy the range. You can type these $ before and after. I just use the F4 for a fast way of changing the references. F7, so this is the criteria. So look for the capital ballrooms, because you can see different type of ballrooms. So this is the criteria. Oops, make sure I put on it again. It's F7, and if it meets the criteria, go ahead and give me that total here. Okay, so it's 42,200. Then I can copy the formula, because here I'm going to reference to use it. This is changing F7, 8, 9, 10, 11 based on the ballroom, the type of room. It gives me the total. Okay, same thing here, but we're going to use count. If, okay, that's same count. It's going to count. And I will also block the range and add the criteria and give me how many different type of rooms total quickly. Okay, it's really a quick way to automate things using Excel. So these are again the combined functions, advanced functions, and combine multiple features in a one function. very powerful. Switch back to the room commissions here and use sales commissions, determine the potential. We're just gonna type values, just use two different ways. So we're gonna determine the potential commission of the capital based on, so just multiply, just type this, multiply this value in the C3 and log it by the different type of rates here. I think I copied it and just gonna do the same thing for 4 and multiply this by rate. Copy it. Step 12, I will be using the array formula to determine the potential, so it's going to be this range multiply here to give me complete, using the again multiple, just give me quickly multiple values. So the last step here, add the file code in the left footer information. Okay, so only these two. You can go ahead and, I can, if I press, it's cool. You can also always group them. So you click on the first worksheet and shift the second one. So I group them. I switch back to the page layout. And in the footer, left footer here, we would use the file code. The file code, the file name, sorry, the file name code, and display that on the both worksheets when we print the worksheets. So this is the file name in my case. Of course, yours is gonna look different. Let me ungroup them. On the worksheets, switch to the normal view, and that would be it for this assignment.